Hi Gemini, this is Just with your December 9th, 2019 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Gemini, excuse my voice. I'm getting over a head cold, so I'm trying to keep the videos as short as possible. So let's look into your coming week. For some of you, I see new job, new opportunities. You're going to feel this week as if it may feel like a Mercury retrograde because there's a lot of open-ended issues that you need to attend to. So it's all about going back and fixing things that you may have left open-ended, okay? Going back, dealing with people, going back, trying to resolve issues, or people coming back to you. So just know it's more of like so much moving forward. You won't feel like you can move forward until the following week is when you will cut your losses and just start moving forward. About around that time, so you may take a trip as well. It could be an international trip, a foreign trip, embarking on something completely new, just doing it, saying F it, I don't care. And right now you're not really going to care about other people's feelings. It's like something that you have to do for yourself, and you know it. Some of you may feel stuck, trapped, in prison, literally or figuratively, where you are right now. On the positive side this week, I see new job opportunities coming in fast. Absolutely. You may not have heard from this company or place for quite some time. Now you're hearing from them now. Try to make sure that you have everything at the ready because you're going to have to meet with them and act and move quickly on a dime. So be prepared for that. Or you may just get the, you're hired, that sort of thing. Again, excuse my voice. My head is stuffy. I see that waiting around, kind of like Aries reading, waiting around, taking things step by step until clarity comes to you in order to make something change, in order to transform something is going to be a challenge for you this week. Some of you may be thinking about going back to school, which would make you more valuable, definitely will make you more abundant in a 3 years period, or 3 years after school ends for you in a 3-year period, not 3 years later, but in a 3-year period. You may not feel like it's like your heart is in it anymore, especially if you're in school. Some of you could be doing something just for money. Like, it's not about, do you love it? It's like, it's going to make me $40,000 more or 40% more, or it's meeting my dividends. This week, you may see a low in your money. So be very conservative this week because situations can kind of come out of the blue. I do feel like you'll be able to land on your feet when situations do arise, but you want to have the money on hand. Taking an odd job, a second job, trying to find another stream of income can come to you now. Some of you are literally going to get money in the mail. It may feel like the money just came out of the blue, but some type of settlement or monies that are due you, owed to you, will be coming this particular week for some of you. Some of you are going to get pregnant. You may be pregnant now. It could be by someone that you're not even speaking to, or you don't have the same feelings for anymore. So be mindful of that. In a year's time, possibly Taurus season, Libra season, any of the water sign seasons. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Somebody say, well, damn near it's the whole year, right? Just damn near. Yeah, it could be the whole year. But, I do see pregnancy coming up for the next 6 months up to a year for some of you, and it will be out of the blue. It's not something that you're preparing for. So you may feel foolish or think that you're foolish for holding on or keeping this baby. But hey, you'll cross that bridge when you get to it, right? For some of you, if you just had a baby, you may be suffering very bad postpartum, you or your mate. So definitely seek help for that. Yeah, and I feel like people are going to want to mend fences. You may feel like you have to kind of go back to a place, go back to a job that you don't like, go back to a way of living that you don't like. Some of you may feel, I don't want to say you're drowning, that's so dramatic, but some of you may just feel like you're wanting to do so many things, but you have to attend to all of these things that, have been left dormant. Everything keeps coming up from the past. If it's not you having to go back and address something, people are calling you, people are knocking on your door. It's just a lot of past things that really need to be settled. You're handling it though. You're going to tackle this thing one by one. You're going to have the strength, the stamina, the focus to take care of all of it. And I don't feel in a confrontational way. You're going to be very peaceful, very non-confrontational about the situation because you know that you're probably in a deficit. So you're going to play your position. You're going to play your position. Again, something out of the blue you're not expecting is going to happen, but this is to move you in a certain path or direction. And I do feel like there's a major decision that's coming up that you're going to have to make. And, you know, whether or not this is a smart decision, whether or not it's going to play out to be a foolish one, only time is going to tell that. It's not right now in the cards to advise whether this is a good or bad decision. It doesn't come with a warning. It just says this is what is going to happen. You're going to make a major decision, one that comes with taking a risk. Some of you could be moving out of the blue. You may know that, okay, I'm planning to move, but you probably didn't expect to move where you're going. Right? You didn't expect to move the time that you're doing now. I do see a lot of, and I guess because we're getting closer and closer to Uranus going direct, I'm not really sure what's going on in the cosmos this week, but this is the second time, I think second or third time I'm getting the Fool card. So a lot of Uranus energy, starting new, taking chances, worrying about the consequences later, and moving forward. Yeah. And some of you, it could have something to do with your finances, your income. Some of you may decide to do Lyft or do something where you're out in the field to make money, whatever it takes to supplement your income. You guys are one of the more creative signs, so you can hatch a plan when it's time to do so, especially when it comes to monies, because you are feeling as though your finances aren't as it's not at its peak. But I'm telling you, Gemini, you guys have to prepare, because I keep saying, I think it's May of 2020, North Node is going in your sign. So if you know any Cancers where their life has changed in a major way, in a positive way, just get ready, because it's about to go in your sign. It's transiting them now, but it's going to transit you. So great opportunities will be coming your way now. It's time to align yourself appropriately, because when that push comes, it's kind of like a ride you're not going to be able to control. And with that, these changes, you'll know exactly where they'll lead you as time goes on. Now, when it comes to areas of love, I feel like some of you are at a standstill. You're at a stalemate with someone. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fuss, or someone doesn't. They're letting their guard down, and someone is going to say, I'm sorry, I apologize. I definitely see apologies, sorries, and I see not wanting to fight, willing to work it, only willing to fight to work the situation out. Some of you guys, I see a lot of people coming back. So for a lot of you, it's going to be mending fences and coming back together. A situation is not over. It's just not time for it to be over. And I don't feel like the confusion, if some of you are mentally or emotionally confused, I don't feel like that is going to clear up this week. That may be your challenge. It also may be a challenge for someone to take it slow, because someone may come back and they just want to rush this relationship back to where it once was, or further ahead. I would be conscious with that. If someone just wants to, rush you back into where you guys once were without doing the work and taking the time necessary to evaluate what's going on. How do you feel? How do I feel? What do we need to do going forward? So if someone's not taking those mature steps, I would be wary of them. I would be very cautious, because again, someone is, leaping and not looking, and expecting you to do the same. Now, I have to say, if there was a third party situation, this is coming to an end. But just like I was telling Aries, be careful. And some of you could have been a Gemini, Aries, and another sign that was in this third party. It doesn't have to be, but be careful if there was a third party situation. And someone says, well, we're not together anymore. That's over. That's done with. Because I just feel like if that's the case and that's what you're being told, it's only because the person isn't opening themselves up to this person. They've put them on the sidelines. They're holding their emotions back. They've cut that person off. They may even block them. That's why they're saying, okay, now it's just you and I. And they want to rush this relationship. I would be careful with rushing into a relationship. For those of you Geminis who are single, you may meet someone out of the blue, someone who kind of comes across very familiar to you if you know them. If you don't know them, excuse me, or it could be definitely people coming back from your past, wanting to right wrongs, wanting to move forward. But again, I would caution you to just take your time. If you feel like someone is, their head are in the clouds, and what they're saying versus what they're doing doesn't match, and it just seems to be very unrealistic, be mindful of that. You may have a huge lesson to learn down the line if you just take this person, if you just take up with this person. But I see love coming in. I do see love coming in. If you have your wits about yourself and you know how to take it slow, but enjoy the ride, because I do feel like someone is going to bring a lot of excitement and fun and tenacity, romantic. They're going to be very romantic, exciting, and fun and youthful. I don't care how old you guys are. You may find yourself all over the place with this person, but at times, later down the line, it's going to be like, we're all over the place. This is like, there's no stability here. So be careful. It's like a catch-22. Hopefully that's what I'm going to title this. You guys are going to be like in a catch-22 with a particular person. And this really has a lot to do with someone who is their own person, and that's fine. Everyone should be their own person, but I feel like this person there's no balance. Okay, so, and you guys will know it just straight away when they come back in, or when you first meet them. You'll know it if it's that person. Others of you, I feel like you may hear "I love you." Someone, if you're in a relationship, someone may just blurt out "I love you," or "I want to marry you one day." Like, they may just share their deep emotions with you. Will you be my wife? Will you be my husband? That sort of thing. I do see, like I said, toward the end of the week, the weekend coming up, going into next week, you may find that you are swept off your feet by quite a romantic individual. I just have to say, there is a catch with this. Bit of a catch-22 is kind of what I see here. So as long as your feet remain on the ground, enjoy. It feels amazing. For others of you where you're rock solid with your person, you could be taking a trip with them. Going out this weekend coming will be an amazing time to take a trip, go away somewhere, do something, whether it be local or international. Both opportunities are here, but doing something out of the blue that you didn't plan. You guys are just following the beat of the drum and getting out there and seeing what's happening. You guys will find that this will be an amazing weekend to do just that. So if you're interested in the extended read, we're going to look deeper into this relationship of what's going to happen long term. Click the link in the extended box and we can finish up this love portion. If you would like something personal for yourself, click the link to my website and you can set something up for yourself. If you'd like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I felt it coming, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Gemini.